Well, YouTube land, it's been 2 days now since all the smoke in the world. It's raining. The air quality's back to like 40 or so right now, maybe a little lower. But yeah, it got bad. Like even when we came the last video on Saturday, and when we came home, it was like 190 or so, or 200. And by the end of the day, it was in the 300s, and like, oh my gosh. And then it got briefly into the 400s. Yeah, bad. So, feeling better now. We need that rain, even if it's a little bit.
Traffic's pretty heavy.
Yeah. Today's Monday?
Yep, today's Monday. Everything will be slow Monday.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, kids might be starting summer school today.
Is that right?
I think so. We only got a month to get everything done. So.
Is that all they get for it then?
Yeah. Unless you do driver's ed in July. So then they still follow the roughly
Was
the
it
same
that shorter
schedule.
than the other classes though? If you had other classes in the summer, weren't they longer?
No.
No,
Usually,
the same.
usually you try to cram a whole semester into the month of June if you fail the class, or a whole credit. Depending what class you're retaking, you're either cramming a whole semester or a whole year into 1 month.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of those classes were. I didn't have to do a whole credit, but my gosh, some of those people, yeah.
68, I took a 5-semester chemistry class and accelerated.
And then you realize that that whole semester that you're retaking, you're only there you're only there half the day too. You're not there the whole day during the June.
Yep, I had.
Although I think that would help some of those.
I had a test and 2 labs every day, pretty much.
Teacher was there the whole day because they had to do another round for the other kids.
Yep.
But yeah, I was like, I think it was easier going there in the very early morning than having to go there later in the afternoon. Because then, once you get done with class, you're like, oh, I got the whole rest of the data stuff. Versus having to go there at noon and then be there till like 4 or 5 in the afternoon.
I had a couple chapters of chemistry to read, test to prep for, and 2 labs to do. So
yeah,
that was tough.
Yeah. Taking driver's ed in July is not fun. You're sitting in the car, it's hot as all heck, and they tell you can't use the air conditioning. I was like, well, I was using the air conditioning, I just kept the windows down. The one good thing is I had one of the newer cars that actually was more fuel efficient. The funny thing is I couldn't fit in the F-150 pickup because I wanted that one. The only vehicle I actually could fit in back then, even back then, was a Chevy Malibu, which was like, I was really surprised. I'm like, nice car back then. Which was brand new when they got me.
a news conference on its largest ever operation.
Yeah.
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 Well, that's interesting.
What? The app that I showed you that didn't bring your phone?
No, you did a great job on that. Thank you. Tom's probably really happy with it. I am too. I just didn't want to get changed, and you didn't. Apparently, Rob and I think it's the guy's name up in Kenmare, has talked to the people at ooh, look at that. We got 3.
Did they?
Birds here? No, the United moved down.
Are they still good up there?
We might, maybe. They were going to sell the tower, but that deal may fall through. If it falls through, then we're good. They'll probably want $1 a year to be on top of it. Oh, we would
get that in writing.
Yes. But our cabinet's still there. It's still got power to it. And I said, well, if we got to get it...
Got a cabinet with nothing in it?
Well, if nothing else, we could turn around and have them unplug it, and we could take our cabinet and put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Wherever that is. But if they would let us stay there, if we could get on top, you put a short antenna on it, and you turn around and you put a APRS and a UHF repeater up there, and you could make a DMR and nobody paid any attention to it then.
Yeah, it was the only rebuild have radio.
Yeah.
That wouldn't even reach up there anyhow.
APRS.
Yeah,
Really
that would be nice.
up there though.
You know,
Yeah. There's no.
you gotta pay who's gonna climb the tower and put the antenna up.
That's the important detail. One of the many details. There's a whole bunch of ifs.
Mm-hmm.
And you get too far in front of 15 ifs.
Yeah.
But we're done. I remembered about Drake. He said all that stuff's been scrapped.
Yeah.
Okay, I just needed to know that.
I already knew that like years ago.
I thought it had been, but I didn't know for sure. But I got it from Kurt. That I said, well, that's it's gone.
Kind of surprising because you were there.
I wasn't there when they took the stuff down, though. I was there when they put it up and replaced it. I was there for that, and then we had all the trouble with the radios.
Yeah. About 3 days we were going out there to thump it.
Yeah. And then you got it working. It worked good. And then the Superlink went away. So
Yep.
that's the end of that.
Yep. Place with cell phones.
Until the stuff goes down.
Yeah.
They're great.
It'll never happen.
Yeah, right.
Kind of like the sun won't generate solar winds that'll carve our magnetic field.
Yeah, they have already
It'll
done that.
never happen.
They just doing that yesterday or 2 days ago.
Well, the sun never burps. No,
Yes, it does.
It's just always going to be there. Don't you know that?
Mm-mm.
It's going to be there till the end of the universe.
A little bit shorter than that, probably.
Well, it'll be there till the end of our solar system.
Yeah. And none of that do we really know. We're guessing on everything.
Yes, only based on every other time a star explodes.
Yeah. Details.
Yeah, little details.
Details. And I don't know if
Well, Pluto will be fine.
the Beta, what's the name of it? In Orion's constellation, that's going to go supernova someday. But
Yeah, as long as we're nowhere near it.
Hasn't done. Yeah, well, there's that
As
detail.
long as we're 30, 40 light years away from the thing.
Yeah,
before
we
it
are.
detonates.
So it should probably be a big problem.
Otherwise, they're...
Said you might be able to see it in the daytime from here.
Yeah, you might.
That's a pretty big bang.
Well, was it 40, 50 light years away or something like that?
I guess. I
20 light
don't
years?
know.
Well, then, shoot, it may have already exploded.
We just don't know it yet.
It hasn't reached us. Light hasn't hit us yet. There's a problem with that.
Light drives so slow, right?
Yeah.
No. Well, it's like waiting for radio waves back from Voyager. Okay.
Yeah, it might take 6 minutes or 26 minutes or
a day or whatever.
3 days or whatever.
It's out there a long ways with not very much power.
In terms of actual interstellar space, it's
Baby.
barely out there,
Yeah.
barely outside the solar system.
Yeah.
I think it is actually an interstellar space now. It's actually outside of our solar system.
But the bottom line is, it's something that was built with what was available from that years, and it's still working.
Still moving, yes.
And
they've got the thruster. They got the thrusters back online.
And the nuclear batteries are still working.
Yeah.
And it's still talking to us and answering commands.
Yeah.
Somebody built that.
They found one of the original engineers that was still alive.
Yeah.
And then he had to fix all their mistakes.
Yeah.
Then they had to try to teach the young people how to do it.
Yeah.
Because he may not be doing it for much longer.
Well,
he's in his 80s, so.
And who's worked on anything like that?
No one.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the resiliency of the design of the equipment, pretty doggone good. When you think about it.
You know how long it took the original engineer to write a thing to make it fix?
Oh, a month?
No. Like 12 hours.
Nobody else.
Once he got the data back from what was wrong, it took him like 12 hours. He wrote a new thing and had it sent up, and then the computer's like reoriented itself and was able to turn back on the sensors that didn't work or we're shutdown mode.
Really?
Oh yeah.
So it's back up to running.
Yeah, it's running with all the sensors going again. Got itself re-angled, angled, so it can actually send real big long bursts of data to.
Until the battery coops, we might still be good.
Well, the batteries, if they last as long as they're projected to last, none of us, me and you, will be long dead.
So they still could have power for a long time.
Oh yeah, like a couple hundred years.
Bottom line is,
now whether the sensors and the computers will still function in 30, 40, 50 years.
If we can still talk to it at that range.
Well,
have to put a repeater on Pluto or something?
I don't know. No, it'd just take a lot longer for the data burst to hit us.
Yeah. Pretty weak, though.
Yeah.
Amazing. Talk about this really well-designed stuff, that is.
Yep.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm amazed.
Yep. I'd be more amazed if they could find faster internet here on Earth for a cheap cost.
Well, fiber.
Yeah, well, Minot put that in. Yeah, I'd really like 100 gig service.
They haven't put the fiber to the house because they said the cost.
Why can't we have 1 terabit of internet speed up down now?
If the cables were there, you probably could.
Yeah, well, okay. I got a cable. I got the network cable in the router that'll do 40 gigs up down.
I'm saying a fiber cable.
Now the network on the back of the router will only do 10 gigabits, but I would take 10 gigabit internet.
You think?
The router will do it.
What are we running now?
Like 1 gig down and like 400 up.
Still, it's not too bad. Yeah. Is it us that's the limiting factor for having the next package up?
We just don't have the We don't have the modem.
The modem's not up to speed for that. The router is though.
Oh yeah. That's Wi-Fi 7 router.
Oh,
it's the best thing Nectar has.
Lane,
well, with the 16th.
Yep. We'll do that.
We ain't gonna be going in that lane.
Not very far, no. Probably should just go ahead and take.
Dude, do you want to go and get some milk? Dude, we're having fun.
I could probably do that too if I think there's anything else we need. If you're okay.
Yeah, I'm okay for a little bit.
Okay, you're getting kind of tight there.
Maybe we're already here. Maybe we're already here.
Since we're here having fun.
Get a couple things.
I don't know how much fridge space we got open. Not very much. Pretty full.
Yeah. Well, they were good on salad. Salad dressing isn't really. If you could find some of that
straight
ranch, ranch that has bacon bits.
Again,
I knew they sell it.
Can you eat the other stuff, the pink stuff?
Pink stuff?
Yeah, it's...
Thousand Island? I don't know if we have any.
Not Thousand Island. Whatever.
No, I don't know.
One of the others besides that, because it's hard to find ranch.
Oh.
It might be hard to find everything. I don't know. Milk for sure.
Yeah.
All right. How you doing there?
Okay.
Do you think if you had your slider halfway across open, you could reach inside and open it from the sides if it opened from the sides?
What do you mean? Window?
Yeah, if it went up and down instead of left and right.
I don't know.
Wouldn't be as easy as having two that slide the same.
Yeah.
That's what I thought too. Look out for me, there's lots of moving targets here. So.
Yeah, especially when it's like dark. Especially when it's dark.
Yeah. Makes it even more fun, yep. Pretty good in the winter. At night, though, nothing's going to... You can't see anything glare, probably, because it goes through 3 sets of glass. So,
yeah, tinted glass.
In the street. Depending on who's got the responsibility for them. A snow plow without snow?
Kind of looks like it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Well, look at this. Pull that off of it. Or out to Walmart later. I don't really want to go, but
What do you need?
oh, decaf coffee would be helpful. We got another jar of glucosamine that would help. That doesn't have to be a big one, just a small one. But meantime, we can put some in it. Stuff starts getting expensive.
Oh yeah.